In a not so small town of Munich, Germany, there lives a brewery called Paulaner. They have stood the test of time, being around since 1634. But does their Munich Lager stand up to today's standards? Hello and welcome to another video on JD's Booze Reviews. As I say, we are trying Paulaner's Munich Lager. This is a 4.9% lager, and much like a lot of the German beers, a lot of the German lagers, they have quite a nice, with a world renowned as being really good at what they do. And I kind of have to agree with that. If you're not a fan of lagers, you've probably only looked at the ones that are in the UK, like Carling and that kind of stuff. But trust me, German lagers are absolutely fantastic, and I'm sure it will be the case with the Munich Lager from Paulaner. Let's get it put into a glass and let's give it a taste. So I did have another glass in mind, but when you're talking German lagers, there's only one style of glass you can pour it in. Let's be honest. I've had bad experience with this glass before. But I think we've got away with it. And poured in a more of a Czech way, but Germans like a bit of head too. Anyway, so as we'd expect with a German lager, that is clear as day. You can see right through it. Absolutely clean as anything. I mean, fair bit of carbonation coming up from it, but, it's a lager. Thankfully, European lagers aren't quite as gassy as the ones we get in the UK, I personally think. And even now, the sort of carbonation is slowly calming down. And aroma smells like a lager. Don't know what more I can say. Has that, that lager smell. It smells quite light and clean and crisp. Weirdly, how you can smell crisp, don't ask me, but that is what I think when I smell a lager, at least a good one. It smells nice and crisp and clean. Slight bit of maltiness coming from the glass. Yeah, a little bit sort of malt forward, bit malty, bit sort of freshly cut crop field. Yeah, very enjoyable smell. Prost. Is that German? It is now. Yeah. Just what you'd want in a German lager. Just what you'd want in a good lager. Kind of what I was smelling, clean and crisp and light. A slight maltiness on the tongue. Very, very slight. Like you can tell, you can tell it's definitely sort of proper malt. A lot of macro lager manufacturers use sort of quicker and easier methods like rice, and do it with rice. But traditional German method is with sort of malt, like barley. So these Munich beers can only be brewed using the German purity law or the Reinheitsgebot. Probably butchering that, but close enough. Which kind of dictates that beer can only contain three things, which is hops, barley, and water. Funnily enough, the yeast part of it, which makes it turn into beer, isn't included, but that's because they didn't work out what yeast was for until much, much later. Kind of happy accidents to create beer initially, But yeah, that's what the German purity law is all about, and that is what these German Munich breweries stick to. Whether it's Paulaner, whether it's Spartan, whether it's any of the Munich breweries, which there are 5 of them or 6 of them, and all the other ones have escaped out of my head. So anyway, this is about Paulaner's beer, not about history about the German purity law. So let's keep drinking. Yeah, I mean, as I say in the, sort of the start, if you are put off by lagers and don't think they're for you, try a German lager, try a European lager, like a Czech lager. You'll find that lagers might actually be for you, because this is enjoyable, it's light, it's clean, it's palatable, more importantly. Obviously not a whole lot going on with it. It's not got ridiculous hops in it. It's not got a load of fancy stuff. The Munich lagers, these big German breweries, they're all about fine-tuning this recipe they've had for years and years and years, not really messing with it. And that's kind of, they've grown through refining and perfecting, as opposed to being particularly out there. They're just now essentially reputable brands and reputable breweries, and anything that comes out of them is going to be brilliant. So there's not a massive amount to it. It's, as I kind of said, it's barley, hops and water. There's 3 ingredients there and yeast. But yeah, it's very enjoyable, it's very light, it's very clean, it's very palatable, it's very sessionable. Exactly what you need in German beer halls when you're drinking 2 pints of the stuff. So, although this is only a pint stein, if you're drinking large amounts of this, especially, I know Oktoberfest is with Oktoberfest beers, but, especially in like Oktoberfest, still the same breweries, just different recipes to be a bit higher percentage. You need these kind of no extra bells and whistles. So it's very clean, simple, pure, perfect. Sometimes perfection is minimalism, really. And it's probably what's kept them going for all these years. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to see the next video when it comes out on the channel. And I'll see you for the next one. Cheers.